Hi everyone, my name's Luke, I'm 36 and I live in Bradford. Just wanted to share with you all my views on what's going on in this crazy world at the moment. But first of all, I just want to say a massive thank you to Anna for giving the small minority of us who still seem to have the ability to think for ourselves a chance to share our views in this, massive sea of deception and blind obedience we seem to be finding ourselves in at the moment. Do bear with me, I'm not the best at articulating how I think and what I feel, but I'll give it my best go and hopefully you can make some sense out of it. But where to start, really? All along with this whole pandemic, I've just had this feeling that none of it adds up. And I found myself in quite a unique position compared to most in that I've been working throughout it. I work as an EPOS engineer, basically your checkout systems, your IT systems in all your retailers, supermarkets, pharmacies. So throughout this, I've been, out and about, doing hundreds of miles a day, keeping the supermarkets going, and, what you hear in the news and what you actually see for yourself just doesn't add up. All this, fear mongering about, you leave your house for anything other than to go shopping and you're going to get sick and you're going to die and it's the end of the world. It's like, well, yeah, I'm still here. I've been out and about all the time with work and my colleagues are still here and all my customers are still here. So, yeah, try again. But I think, governments are quite, lucky that a lot of people will just believe everything the newspaper or the television tells them, and they're not capable of critical thinking and, thinking for themselves and thinking, 2 and 2 equals 5. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we believe that. It's like, oh, no, 2 and 2 equals 4. Lots of 1984 references I've heard at the moment. But yeah, no, I think in the moment it's every government's wet dream, so to speak, to have an entire population completely paralysed with fear and under their, complete and total control. And I think they're milking it for absolutely everything they can get out of it. Let's move on to the things, the whole face mask thing recently. Again, if you were to believe any of the statistics, why is it, when the graph's gone, oh, we need to bring masks in now, well, if the thing was going down without masks, then what use of masks now? Again, I think it's just another way of controlling people and scaring people. And keep hearing a reference about during the World War, the Nazis used to make Jewish people wear a star to identify them. Maybe it's another thing. The people who wear masks today are the ones who they've got under control. They're on board with them, but the ones who don't wear a mask, never mind whereas people are, I've got health reasons for not wearing a mask. Oh, never mind that. But yeah, I mean, I hear a lot of comments about people, getting lots of hassle for not wearing the masks. On the whole, I've not, most people have been fine. I go into lots of shops and, people either don't ask out because they just assume exemption, which is the correct way, or they see, the badge I wear around my neck and just think, I mean, there's still a few people who still ask me because they obviously just don't take notice of that, or I don't know, they've not been, they're just following orders like the Nazis again. But yeah, it's just, when's it going to end? And I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. It's you go back to March. Oh, just be a few weeks. Oh, just a few weeks. Oh, just a bit more. Just a bit more. And it's that classic thing. Just drip, 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 little bits so people don't notice at first. And then before you know it, they've got your hook, line, and sinker, and that's it. You've got nothing left. So, but yeah, no, I think it's I'm not denying that there isn't a nasty bug going around. There's stuff going around all the time. But I think they have massively overplayed it. And, we've only just saw a few weeks ago with the Public Health England, stating what a lot of us have been saying for months, in that they've been overinflating the figures. So yeah, but we were all called nut jobs and conspiracy theorists for just suggesting that. But then when it comes to fruition, it's like, well, who's going to say, oh, sorry, yeah, you were right. No, we don't get any of that. But yeah, I mean, to go back to the media, they're completely complicit. I mean, as much as I try to avoid it, you do end up picking up little snips on the grapevine. And the other day I saw Piers Corbyn being interviewed by Piers Morgan and just getting absolutely just, battered and, ridiculed. And it's just like, yeah, it's just, anyone who dares to challenge the narrative just gets absolutely shot down. Saying that, Piers Morgan's breakfast shows are atrocious. That's just how they do it. They have someone on, they ask a question, they don't actually let him answer, and then just shout and scream at him, and he wonders why he's losing viewers hand over fist. But hey ho, that's his problem. But yeah, no, regards myself, I was actually off, going back to, early in the year, my company had to furlough people. Fortunately, I wasn't one of the people who was furloughed, which allowed me to be out and about. But still, it put a massive strain on those of us who were still, out in the field. And to do it now, I was doing 300 miles a day, 8 days a week, and it took its toll on me. I was off for 2 months with work-related stress. Now, only last year I was diagnosed as being on the autism spectrum, which considering it's weird. I've been living with it for now 36 years, and yeah, I'm having to get my head around it. It's just been absolutely crazy. I really struggle. When I'm out and about and seeing everyone masked up, and it just I find it I need my consistency in my routine and my normality, and I really, really struggle with everything at the moment. But yeah, no, again, hopefully common sense will prevail. It's quite shocking. You see, in Australia, a country I always regard as being quite easygoing and laid back, and they seem to turn out to be one of the most totalitarian, regimes in the history of mankind. I think, arresting a pregnant woman for posting something on Facebook, really. But again, going back to the Piers Corbyn thing, and he got fined £10,000 for organising the lockdown protest in London. Well, where's the fines for all the Black Lives Matter and other protests been going on? Oh no, that's fine. So again, it just shows that the government will not have their authority challenged. And I think, people who are on board with all this COVID-1984 need to sit up and take notice, because it's like with all the social justice warrior stuff we're having rammed down our throat. They'll achieve what they want to achieve, but then they'll go after someone else. And as Douglas Murray rightly said, don't cheer on the mob, because the mob will eventually come for you. So yeah, take note. But yeah, I suppose all I can say to people is just, keep your spirits up, keep believing and doing what you think is right, and hopefully, right will prevail in the end. And as for Bill Gates and the vaccine, yeah, they can all go to hell in a handcart. But, in the meantime, people, take care out there, and we'll see you soon. All the best.